It's a beautiful day, and welcome to this beautiful chat that we are going to have today. We got so much feedback from the Q&A. Different people going through different things. Definitely it was a holiday season, and different relationships, by the way, were quite somersaulting. People were walking out of relationships. Others were getting into relationships. Others, you told us you were getting into situationships. You even didn't know whether they were real relationships. Some marriages were shaking, but again, some marriages were actually flourishing and thriving. So depending on the feedback, we decided to just tailor make some of the things that we're going to talk about during the course of the year, so that we can bring ourselves to speed, and then we can also learn one or two things here. But it's such an honor to have crossed the year with you, and it's such an honor to have you coming along with us.
I like your hairstyle. I knew the blush.
Guys, when he says that, now yes. I only want to make hair that makes him happy. That makes him happy.
Amazing. Happy 2025 to all our viewers. I told Hilda and I told my staff here that 2024 is 5 years in one.
Yeah.
There was a lot of growing and a lot of learning, a lot of muscling up, and adventure. But the beauty about the 5 years in one, it means I'll have a lot of conquests in 2025. So I'll have a lot of celebrations within 2025 because through my growing, through the hardships and the different situations that I've encountered through 2024, they have matured me, they have muscled me up, my foundation is stronger. So right now, it's like when you're building a house, when you're done with the foundation,
you start running.
And you just go to roofing. So yes, it's a beautiful thing.
I know.
I'm happy and excited about this new year. And today I'll be talking about truths that some of the men need to know about muscling up. And muscling up is quite a tough, it's a lot of discipline, it's a lot of character, it's a lot of growing up, it's a lot of things in one. But the beauty about it is once the foundation has been laid, then it becomes very, very easy for you to conquer in places where others can't. So I'll be talking about the truths that you need to master for you to be able to muscle up.
That's in the
main Inspire Men initiative. Yes,
I've been sending so many men.
Yes,
to,
and they really come. So
please, guys, if you have a brother, you have an ex, you have your enemy, but he's a man. You have your father-in-law. This thing does not have age limit.
It does not.
They need more community as they even grow older.
Yes.
So if you have anyone in your life, a man that you really think you want them to be successful, to be significant in this world, send them to IMI. I know that it's going to be such an amazing. I've been on that platform, and what I see you guys doing, the buying of the land, and then the encouraging each other, the flourishing marriages.
We work as a community. We work as a team. We believe in a man being there for another man, a man lending a hand to another man, a man believing in another man, a man pushing another man,
which is rare out there.
Yes, which is quite unique. So
it's a competing world.
So where you have a skill and you want to share it, you share it with another man. Where you know about a business,
a job,
you help another man. Where you know about a job, you recommend another man.
Where so it's you know about a woman available for marriage.
Yes.
No, why did you say yes?
I said yes.
Oh no, this yes is discouraging. I don't think he actually means it.
I don't mean it, I know.
People could have sisters.
No, I've been by the now that you're talking about it, I've been telling my men, don't rush. I've been telling them, if you're in your 20s, make your wallet as big as possible, make a lot of money, make as many friends, make as many. Leave women alone. Wait for them when they are in their 30s, and then just come and marry them.
Wait for the women when they are in their 30s.
You don't date them, you just come and marry them.
Aye.
Yeah.
I'm speechless.
I know.
I'm speechless. But that will be a conversation for another day.
I think
we are going to specifically.
By the way, I can talk non-stop for 3 hours about that. I've been there. I was once 25. I was once 35. I'm in my 40s upper. So I know what I'm talking about. I know that there's nothing
Concentrate,
there's
make money.
nothing that makes a man lose focus
Like a woman.
And at the same time, there's nothing that makes a man as focused like a right woman.
Wow.
So where is the right woman?
Wow.
When you're of age, you're serious, committed, you have your goals, you know what you want, and you can go for it. Not a big bum, not big hips, not a nice
big
color.
Cleavage, not a small waist. Guys, now, on that note, what we are going to talk about today is actually men and how they handle heartbreak. I know that heartbreak is universal, but there's this particular issue that we want to be able to share with you, that someone shared with us, and they gave us the permission to be able to share to share it out. And just like you said, there's nothing that makes a man focus like the right woman, and then there's nothing that makes a man lose a sense of direction like the wrong woman. Now, this particular gentleman, allow me to read this message so that we can be able to journey together and understand where this is actually coming from. All right, where is this? Okay, here it goes. This is saying, I need help, guys. That's how it started. I'm a teacher and I work a few kilometers from my home. In 2020, my wife escaped with everything in our home. We were married for 5 years with 2 kids. She was persuaded by a rich man who promised to make her a bigger business than she had. I married 1 year later in 2021, but my new wife didn't conceive, and we decided that she goes abroad to work. I invested a lot of money because I thought it would help us, and finally she went. She left, and in just 4 months, she doesn't speak to me and doesn't want to send me money to clear the debts. The problem arose when I got to know that she had a new catch. The situation worsened that she even blocked me. She's telling me that she was my housemaid, not my wife, and that the money I spent on her was her salary for the time she spent on me. I'm stressed. I cannot drink, I cannot eat, I cannot sleep. What should I do to get out of this problem?
You cannot sleep, you cannot drink over a maid.
You cannot eat.
Someone said.
Over a maid. They call themselves a maid in your life.
Yes. And they're deliberate to say that. That
means they never loved you. I don't know.
It's nothing to do. It was a trade.
Yeah.
It was a transaction. It was a transaction. So the transaction is done.
I want to go
and they have moved on.
I know.
So you're crying over a maid.
Blunt.
You can't eat and drink over a maid.
Of course, now his heart process is it different, which I really want us to dive into, how a heart processes a heartbreak and sticks, because when he sent this in, definitely I suggested a session and all that, but when you tell such a person that this person has made their decision, it's time for you to painfully make your decision, because by the time they stipulate, they get there, they don't want to communicate to you, they cannot send you the money knowing that you borrowed the money to send them out for a better future for the family, and all of a sudden they are telling you that I was a maid, so what you invested in me going was actually a salary for the time I spent on you. Just like you said, that was a transaction. They have minimized it and despised every investment, time, money, emotions, and everything, minimized it to a transaction, that it was not that useful. But even when someone can sense that, can understand that, can see that, they do not, the heart processes differently. That's why he's emotional about it. Because after some he said that, I love her so much, I can't get a suitable replacement. When someone leaves you, there is a way the heart makes them rank higher than anything else. Like you are missing out on them. You're missing out on a good thing. What they have told you is a summation of, I didn't value you, I didn't love you, and I moved on. Please move on, do not disturb me. But the heart is hung on the fact that I can never get a suitable replacement. Like the song that says, I'll never find, I hope I find a man like you. Just realize that the person left you, okay? Never mind, I'll find someone like you. You're singing to an ex who left your life, but you're saying, I'll find someone like you. That means you're ranking them high.
Yeah.
You're giving them a sense of importance
That they don't actually
that
deserve.
they don't actually deserve. You
But
can't
for me,
get a suitable
I'll tell you,
replacement.
Hilda, a woman is able to tell the end from the beginning when it comes to a relationship. Her first 5 to 10 minutes with you are enough to tell whether I'll be with you or not. But a woman can pretend and tolerate you, give you sex.
To get what she wants.
Give you sex, because sometimes our minds as men, okay, can easily be fooled, most especially when it comes to intimacy. When when a woman is intimate with you and she's doing everything, okay, in that bed to give you the comfort and give you the glory and make you a king in the bed, does not necessarily mean
that she loves you.
Not just loves you, does not mean that she wants a future with you. So a woman is able to tell that this is not going anywhere. However, I need this to help me prepare for my next.
Wow.
So when she got into it, she knew exactly what she wanted to get from it.
Yeah.
And she knew exactly what the man needed.
Yeah.
Gave him
exactly
what he needed for her to earn what she needs. That's why she said,
it's a payment.
You,
for the time
I gave you the
spent on
service.
You. Yeah, you paid.
You paid me. So leave
Deal
me alone.
done. I know. Mind your business.
Yeah.
Wow.
So here's a situation where you built a lot of expectation which was false.
Yeah.
And what you're dealing with is false expectation.
You're holding on to something that never
was
existed.
Created over time. You're a nice man, but for how long will you be nice? Okay? And this what really happens is, while everything is going on, you're feeding your cautious mind with what's happening. But whatever that you feed to your cautious mind becomes your subconscious mind. So right now, everything that he is drawing, all those conversations, Hilda, are drawing from the subconscious mind, the expectations that were built, the intimacy. When he sits down, he remembers like a lifetime, like a beautiful time.
I know.
That's now the subconscious mind feeding his heart with what happened,
to keep
what
hoping.
would, and what would. You get the point?
Yeah. He still wants that.
He still wants that. That's why he's saying, I cannot replace you. Why? Because my subconscious mind tells my heart continuously.
Pursue.
Reminds my heart continuously about the good things that you did, the expectations that you built, everything that I tested.
And now they are becoming even more glamorous.
Exactly.
Because
right now,
there's a distance.
Right now, what happens is, for you to reprogram your subconscious mind, you need to feed your mind with the following truths. She has never loved you. She will never love you.
She was using
She will never come back. Get out of denial and deal with the hard truths as they are.
Very bitter.
It was a trade. I never loved you.
And the trade was
I
ended.
will never love you. And even if I was to come back, I will just come to tear your heart again.
No, I'll come
and
to carry
go away.
things and
so
go away.
what happens is, your cautious mind must be continuously fed with the harsh realities.
To feed the subconscious.
To feed the subconscious mind.
Wow.
So your subconscious mind has already been built. And it's living, it keeps drawing.
Moving in the moment.
It keeps drawing. Most people, what they call really a heartbreak, are the realities that have been built
over time.
and the expectations that have been built over time. So your subconscious mind can only draw, because the subconscious mind protects your heart.
Yeah.
Protects your heart from getting hurt. By feeding it with false hope, with everything that there was, with everything that it knows.
You live and
better.
dream
so that,
about them.
So that you feel good in that
moment.
But the reason that's why we're doing this show is to get you to
reprogram
a certain base of reality. That was omuhuzi, that was a liar.
Very calculative.
You actually are.
Very
you actually
calculative.
survived. You were so lucky that she left. You should be a better man by now. Why? Because you need to understand these harsh realities. That yes, she broke your heart. She hurt you, she did all these things to you, but you still have so many days ahead of you. You can do better. You can find the right woman. One who will not come for a trade like this one.
I know.
But I don't know. That's why I've used this statement before and said, if love cannot end into commitment, it is a scam. And I've said it
Always
over and
a
over.
scam.
If it cannot get cross,
The
past,
boundaries.
go past the tingly feeling,
The butterflies.
the butterflies, and I can't eat, I can't sleep, I can't do what. Once it can't go past that into commitment, then it is a scam.
Yeah.
Otherwise, there will be no reason as to why someone is running away from the woman you are chasing.
That's true.
Someone is
By the
running
way,
away from the woman you are chasing because they have not yet got to a place of commitment.
They have not seen the truth.
That's why one woman can be running away from one marriage and getting into another relationship.
And they're welcomed with
and there's someone who is dying for her.
Yeah.
Why? Because there's a lie about everything that you're seeing. It's a facade
that has
actually.
been built.
Yes. Everything about her
And it's
is
very
a
convincing.
lie and can only be tested with time.
With time. And not small time. Not
So
just
after
small
some,
time.
so unless it can get into commitment, it is just
It
that.
amounts to nothing. And we were still reading that because we
Yes.
stopped at replacement and say that I recently knew that she was cheating on me. Do you see what the subconscious does? Because he already knew that she was cheating.
Yeah.
But now she's making it recent. Do you remember the movie we were watching about a woman that had murdered the husband when she found him cheating, and then the psychologist said that your mind can create another reality.
Yeah.
And I have seen that happen to
Yeah.
so many couples. They do not want the harsh reality, so now they camouflage it or cover it up with something that they want to think about, or make it recent, or make it less than, so that it can be acceptable in their hearts because it was too much. Anyway, let me look after my kids and stay a single father. Do you see the contradictions? That I can never get a suitable replacement. I knew she was cheating on me. Let me look at my after my kids and stay single father. Another contradiction. I won't marry until she comes back. You see the contradictions. And she is ever online and can't even say hi to me. This is a frustrated man that is filled with anger, still in denial, and cannot dare look the truth in the eye.
Yeah, yeah. Just like I said,
He's blinding his eyes. He's veiling
your
himself.
conscious mind can only and only help you deal with the now.
Yeah.
But whatever that you're dealing with now ends up into your subconscious mind. And that's where you retrieve. Your subconscious mind must protect your heart from the harsh realities. That's why it keeps drawing. It's very picky. It keeps doing the things that it wants. And that's what it applies. That's why you can walk from this place and go and come back without even knowing.
Yeah.
Because your subconscious mind is that powerful. I hate this one thing. That a man like him, who has been told it was a trade.
Frankly and boldly.
It was a
and
trade.
very blunt.
I have never loved you. Much as we slept together, you were using me and I was using you.
And that's all.
You got what you wanted, I got what I wanted. So please, leave me alone. And you're here.
I'm even showing
and you.
you.
Are here, a grown man.
Yeah.
And you are still lamenting and telling us, until she comes back, you will not marry.
I know. You can never get a replacement.
No. That's so sad.
Prolonging misery.
And then, Hilda, there are so many people who are in these brackets, who are in this situation. What they do not want is to deal with the pain
As is.
as is.
It's
If
heavy.
someone, if a woman goes out and cheats on you, that is not just a red flag. It is a very powerful communication.
She's saying 1,000
saying
things. Yeah.
that in as far as my life is concerned, you are an option. I can only be with you now until I find the right person. So I am looking.
And don't interfere.
Number 2.
She's communicating.
That woman will only respect you if you can understand
what she's
the
saying.
level of communication that she's saying. Be a man.
Not to paint
Dump
it
me,
different.
break up with me, go on with your life.
Let
if
me
you
go.
don't, what I have done today, I'll do it again
and
again. And again. What you want to hear is an apology. I'll come and say, I'm sorry.
Take me back.
I'm sorry,
Do
I
the
was
same.
tempted. I'm sorry. I
was
don't
the
even know
devil.
how it happened. I'm sorry. She will keep telling you that. Because you're failing to get her
Communication.
crystal clear. A woman that loves you will spit even in the face of a king. For your sake. The last thing a woman will do is to cheat on a man that she loves and values.
So the communication.
Very clear.
And when someone is
Women do
communicating
not
from a
have
point,
women. It's only men who will love Hilda and cheat on Hilda, who will love so and so and cheat on them. Only men can do that. A man is capable of having a wife that he calls my wife, loves her, adores her, and everything, and we will go and sleep with someone. But tell that someone you
why
can
is it,
never.
Why is it
you
double
can
standards?
Never. And listen,
why is it double standards?
you can
I would
never,
want to know that science.
I will try to get
I
to
would
that.
want,
And we'll tell the other woman, you can never get into the affairs of my family. Or if the day you try, I will never ever talk to you. A man can do that. Some have said it's because men are logical. But I think, and I really think, that a woman any day, can only be conquered.
Concentrate.
And conquered and led. And a woman has only one ability, to believe in your leadership as a man and follow you. When it's the other way around,
Cannot follow two paths.
when it's the other way around, it becomes almost impossible. That's why a woman cannot lie about whom she has trusted, whom she has believed, whom she has loved, and whom she has chosen to follow. Might not be
It's
rich,
evident.
might not be rich, might not be of the stature you're looking for, may not be muscled up, might not be everything else up, but will choose that person and be faithful to that person.
So that means
no matter what.
when she communicates, that is her last card.
Exactly. She's saying
So
it.
believe her.
So even when we lie to ourselves,
Ajja kukyusa.
we are lying to ourselves. Her communication is as clear as that.
And if it's in actions, even
5,
worse.
10, 15 minutes of a woman meeting a man, she will choose either to or never to. Everything is just circumstantial.
After that.
Everything else is circumstantial. Circumstantial to mean, guy ansasulira enju kamale gaguminkiriza. Guy yateka mafuta motoka why? Guy yalabirira mama wange mu ddwaliro yasasula bill why?
But still I feel like certain things will sneak.
Not just sneak. She will
The
look
communication
for
will
that
come
man who is the leader she wants in her life. She will still pursue and look for that man. That's why I said everything else is circumstantial. It's either your wallet, it's either because you're a good man, but she doesn't even know how to tell you that you're just good, but I don't
She
love
has
you.
to explain it with a lot of words.
Yeah, that's why
Which
she will
is
go on
very
social media
absurd.
and convince herself.
Very absurd.
What you cannot see in my man, only me I can see. Who asked you?
There's a TikTok I saw nti mwabasajja abalungi katubagambeko kino nti not every woman is looking not every woman is looking for a handsome man. Abamu bagala babamu bagala amazike gaabwe. Lord. Ugandan TikTok. But I love the fact that the circumstantial bit of it, that you have to speak no chizimba, it's like you're trying to convince yourself of something that your heart will never be convinced about.
That's
so even
why,
if you convince yourself for 10 years,
that's
you
why
are wasting
divorce
time.
will happen at 40, can happen at 45, can even happen at 50.
You prolong
because
it.
the heart of this woman is still in pursuit
Of other.
of another man that she has not met. Everything else has been circumstantial. You've heard of
And she knows it in him.
Nalongos at 50.
I know.
And you're like, why would she throw away her marriage? At 50, but she's not lived. To live to mean she's not.
She has been persevering and explaining.
You know, when the Bible says, and Sarah looked at Abraham and called him my Lord. It's like everything about me, Sarah, is Abraham. I can live for Abraham. We can live in a cave with Abraham. I can do anything for Abraham. I can die for Abraham. I will follow Abraham, and I don't care to where. Abraham is my king. He is my Lord. That is a woman that is content. Such a woman, Kampala she will not sleep with you.
She'll spit in your face.
She will spit in your face when it comes to her husband.
And make you feel belittled. Yeah. Because her heart is settled and she's content.
So I believe that that's how God has wired a woman.
I love that that science, but I still want us to...
when a woman cheats on you, it's not just a red flag. I insist. It's a communication. So if you are a man,
she's speaking.
Walk away. Respect yourself enough.
It's like that's what she's asking
to
for.
Walk away. Don't. Even when she says forgive me 1,001 times, she does not mean it. It's relief when you walk away. To her, she will respect you more when you choose to walk away.
And vice versa. I would want us to flip the page, because again, we have had so many men that say continuous sorries. And I've said the same thing. The first time, you have not figured out a pattern. But the second time, there's a pattern. You will always see a pattern. And when you decide and say, because even when a man cheats, it's a communication that you're an option.
It is.
That you are nothing in his life. So if you choose to stay with them, just stay with them knowing you're going to be another option, and you will be another option, and you'll be another option. So I don't want to apply double standards when it comes to that, when it comes to cheating. I would want it to be on the same level, because they have the same emotions. They are, red blood. They go through the same thing, and it doesn't make it any easier when a man cheats than a woman. So even when it comes to a man saying sorry, make your own decision. If your decision is to stay, then make sure that you know. In Luganda they say akali amagwa ke kagamanyi enchusa. Yeah. If you think that is not where you want to be, if you feel the pain, because just like we say that heartbreak is universal, but the reactions are individual. There are people that are more resilient than others. There are more people that are stronger than others. So if you feel that is not your area of strength, clearly you're going to overthink, you're going to be depressed, you are going to be frustrated, you're going to be lonely, you're going to be overwhelmed. If you think that is not your cup of tea, that is not your area of strength, walk away, because they have communicated, and they only think you are a fool not to understand what I have said.
Sure.
Yeah. So for both standards, for both sides, there is no double standards. Cheating is cheating. Just like God says that all sins are the same. Yeah. You kill and you cheat, you have committed sin. So it's upon the other person to decide, and that is where I want us to talk about this gentleman and his last text and what he said, that I want to be able to take care of my children. When someone goes through such a thing and is still in denial, clearly, psychologically, physically, mentally, emotionally, you are affected. So taking care of your children is, you're just throwing a sentence that you don't mean. You're actually not going to take care of them. So that means you need bigger help, or you need more help, a support system that can be able to help you with your children. And let's not forget the fact that the first woman escaped with things. So that means this gentleman has things to look at in his own life, where he goes wrong, his weakness, or he's being too nice, whatever it is, there is something that he needs to look at in his life.
I like the way you put it, that taking care of your children should not be discussed. Children must be taken care of.
It's a given. They have to be taken care of.
But in your
situation,
Kakati, what you need is bigger than just taking care of your children. That is a fact.
Yeah.
A real heartbreak is deeper than the deepest well, because everything that comes from it plays on your self-esteem, kills your confidence. Everything that you'd call negative, in as far as recovery is concerned, is what comes from that deep well. Reason as why I use subconscious and the conscious mind is, in the now, what you need are the ugly truths about these relationships to help you in your recovery.
The ugly truth, which is very painful.
Okay? Deal with them. Don't run away from them, because everything that is put in the text is denial. If the woman told you it was just a trade, it was just a transaction,
She meant it.
she meant it. So what are you telling me that you're waiting for her before you can marry again?
What are we waiting
What
for?
are you waiting for? You still want to get into the same transaction?
You knew she was cheating.
She-
You recently got to know she was cheating again.
Her CV has now moved a few steps higher. And you contributed.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
It's just like someone says, you're paying me $1,000 a month, I'm worth 5,000, can you afford it? And you're like, I can't. So I'm moving on to my next job, greener pastures. And you're like, I'm hurt.
You couldn't afford.
If you can't afford, then live with it. Find someone that you can afford. Okay, anyway,
cruel.
now that's business.
That's
no,
cruel.
the
I
ugly
know, I
truths.
know.
Hilda, a real heartbreak is a deep well. But whatever that comes from it, it's second guessing yourself, playing on your
Doubting.
self-esteem, you're playing on your confidence. It's everything that is ugly upon ugly and upon ugly and upon
loss
ugly
of
and upon
memory.
ugly. So, deal with the ugly truths about this deep well called a heartbreak and help yourself shorten your recovery journey and time. Because you have more better things to deal with. You have much better things in your next, I don't know what age, I don't know his age, in the next 20, 15 years, 15, 20, 30, 40 years, you would want to be a better man. Not one who looks back to a maid.
I know. In regret.
All
the time.
What kind of witchcraft is
Like
that?
you pressed a pause button, you're never progressing.
Because of a maid.
Because of someone.
A maid. I don't want to call him Mukazuo.
She called herself a maid.
She gave her a title of a maid.
Yeah.
So move from the maid.
In his mind,
If you're wired
she's
to have
not a
maids,
maid.
get another maid. But I would think you should be wired for better. Get a wife.
Yeah.
Someone that you will love, someone that you will adore. There is a woman out there who can't wait
To have you.
to have you. Get that woman. Let that woman be loved. Let that woman be taken care of.
Because some of the things that come out of what he's going through is that if he ever gets into another relationship, he's going to be so much guarded.
It happens.
Yeah, you're going to be so much guarded. But again, that's what happens, that when that right woman comes into your life, they're able to take off the guards one by one to show you who they truly are and what they want to be with you. And your job is to trust again and to be able to see day by day where this commitment is actually going. But I believe it's possible to get out of
The
denial.
other thing now, this could fall into a category of other men. Naturally, men, we feel bad when we are left behind. We feel bad when someone leaves us. We feel like, am I not man enough? You've heard about men who will ask, who is the man in her life?
Like peeping all the time.
What does he have?
Snooping.
And all that you're doing is to give yourself at least one reason to believe in yourself. Because you feel you're not man enough, that you lost her. So there are some men who are like that.
And they will rehearse that again
But
and again.
such
and again.
men will still follow you until they break your heart and go away. Because they just want to satisfy a certain ego. Wait at your kundeka.
I think I've seen that happen in relationships.
Yes. Wait at you. What do you call yourself that you left me?
I can win you back.
I can win you back and dump you.
Like a hot potato.
Yeah, simply because it's an ego thing.
Yeah.
I just feel like
I want to feel money. I want to reclaim my manhood.
Sure.
How dare she?
Not because I love you.
Not because they want you back. So that means there is a journey that one must take to be able to ask themselves what they truly want out of life, especially where he is. And I think he needs help. I don't think he can process this on his own. I think we must be able to get to a place and admit there are people that can be able to process on their own, and those are few. Those are few. And there are people that need help to be able to drum the reality.
Let me tell you something about Heartbreak, Hilda. Even with a person you would assume to be very knowledgeable and strong, they fail when it comes to that.
Actually,
because
it's worse on their side.
Because everything that's happening in that moment, in that time, is so real. It's just like when you are cut and you are bleeding and you are in pain. Moment. You don't cry about anything else apart from the pain that you feel right now.
Yeah.
You have a broken leg. Whether you're Mike Tyson, whether you are the President of America, you're dealing with the pain of a broken bone. Yeah. So to cry is inevitable. So even when you are strong, a heartbreak works that way. So in that moment, the President of America will be in the hands of a nurse who does not even have $10 on the account to help you fix your leg because you're in pain. You understand?
So if you need help, you need help.
So it doesn't care what status.
Yeah.
It doesn't care how strong and powerful you are. A heartbreak is as real as it sounds.
Yeah.
Get help.
Yeah.
So don't put on this thing of as in bananda babatia, bana yogera batia and musajja because every you get help. Otherwise, you will kill you. You'll find you in the house.
You'll be suicidal.
Because everything that's happening is real. It's real. It is real. Real to mean it's happening right now. You are in pieces. You're shattered. Because all your expectations, all your 15, 20 years planned,
nothing
ended. Because that's how you live. You live with plans. You understand that I forecast, I project.
You dream.
You dream. And it's like someone has come and put end to all these dreams and journey.
Yeah.
So you start again. That is not simple. That's not easy. You need help to reposition.
Yeah.
Calm down.
Go back.
Whether you're a billionaire, calm down.
To build again.
Whether you're the CEO of whatever company, I don't care. Calm down. Deal with the harsh reality.
Yeah. Face it.
Go into the hands, be vulnerable into the hands of someone who can help
and someone who speaks the truth.
Yes.
Not a conventional,
that you would want to hear. Go to someone and just be there. So that now they help you.
Speak what you don't want to believe.
Yes.
And they will speak them again.
Yes. They will help you deal with the deep well I talked about. A heartbreak is a deep well. And whatever that you draw from the deep well.
And I think that's why so many people have been coming at us, because we do not sugarcoat. They have been coming to us for help. We do not sugarcoat. We tell you as is. We don't say, you know what, let's start off softly, so that from the onset we give you the harsh realities, so that your heart can be shocked and get used.
Hilda, the pain that Ariella gets when her bone is broken is the pain that you get.
Yeah.
Actually, even get worse. Because now, at your stage, with your status and everything, you will deal with the pain, but you also deal with the fact that now I can't work to feed my family.
I know.
So what I'm saying is...
It has so many surroundings.
What I'm saying is, don't take this lightly. Kale, that's my emphasis. Don't take it lightly.
Yeah.
To this gentleman that we were talking about, who's crying over a maid.
Yeah.
Don't take it lightly.
Get help.
It can get suicidal.
Yeah.
Now you're telling us about children.
You will see them
is even
useless.
children a discussion to have?
No.
Do you know why you're mentioning it? It's because there are so many things surrounding your heartbreak that you don't have answers for. That's why biyitira bakuyita kuyitira. Wesanga nga biyitidde oyogedde bino ologootana.
Your mind scattered.
So get help. Get someone, throw yourselves into their hands and trust them to help you.
And indeed, that's
because what will happen is they will deal
that you
with
have to
your
go
cautious
through.
mind. The Bible says by their constant renewal of your mind. And what that does is then it's undoing your subconscious mind, directly or indirectly.
Yeah.
That what has been stored in my heart, in that deep well, is mpola.
And the surprise I see on their faces when someone comes face to face with their monster and their reality, and they're like, it's like they had scales on their eyes, like they couldn't see. And all of a sudden now, it feels like I can see clearly. Like why did I think otherwise?
Yeah.
Why did I chase after this person?
Yeah.
Like, if this is what they meant, I should have read this early and shortened my misery. And now they feel like they have been in this for a very long time. And so it's amazing how your mind can heal. Your mind can come into acceptance of what was. And then you can get a way forward. And the way forward does not have to be in another relationship. The way forward can take time healing. The way forward can take time to understand what brought you issues so that you can change. Some behavior changes are needed sometimes. Because sometimes these things are self-imposed. They could have been avoided, but you didn't avoid them because you didn't see them. You didn't discern them.
Exactly, absolutely.
Just imagine if he had known about the second wife being this. You know, there are certain things you look at and you're like, Tebibula, even when someone is being transactional, you will see certain things. And you'll be like, you know what, if I 1, 2, 3, I have been with a woman before, I have been married before. It's not like I've not been married before. So if I add this and this and this, there's something wrong. Can I go slow here? Can I? Because that investment would never have been made. She would have said, look for a job around Uganda. You know? So because you are being careful about your steps. So I think this goes back to the individuals, the people.
That's true. Absolutely.
Find the help if some of these things have happened. And I know that we are talking to so many people that have gone through some of these things. Find the help that you need. Not from a conventional person, from a person that understands how to shock your heart.
I know. Yeah.
How to shock your heart and then reconstruct your life.
Exactly.
Going forward.
Sure.
Love on your children. Dream big and dream again. Just like you said, chase purpose, chase money. Build yourself again. Do not say to overcome what you are going through or to get over another woman, you have to get on another woman. It's not like women that to get over a man that you have to get under another man. So here you understand that no, I am not looking for, because some men, by the way, how they handle heartbreaks is they start seeking for answers in other women's legs. More like bandaging the wound when it's rotting inside. So you're adding more problems to the problem that you already had, or go drinking, or find coping mechanisms that are not actually good.
Helping.
Yeah, they're not helping at all.
Exactly. Yep.
What do you say to the men?
Again,
this was more on the side of men.
Again, to the men, my heart goes out to you, and I'm very, very sure that you cannot build in isolation as a man, and don't think you're an island somewhere. You need a community of like-minded men, men that have pursuing bigger things, greater things, believing in themselves, pushing themselves, and building communities, building villages, building a nation, and pushing purpose, a man for another man, a man lending a hand to another man. And it's beautiful, it's beautiful. So Inspire Men Initiative is so, you know, driven into that, and we have no end to that. We feel like we can do this for quite a while. quite a while to redeem the boy child, to redeem a man, to help a man out there and realign them. So for the longest time, we've always believed we can go at it alone, but we failed so many times. So learning from another man does not make you less of a man. Here, listening to another man does not make you less of a man. There's something to learn from each other. So come, let's build this community. Let's make it as big. Let's believe in ourselves. Let's pursue purpose. You know, let's live for bigger things.
Better marriages.
Exactly. When it comes to relationships, most especially a partner, a wife, I'm a firm believer of find a wife, don't find a girlfriend. And I know it's been misunderstood, and sometimes because the clips that people put out on social media are so short
and not well explained,
so people pick out a particular thing and they dwell on that, but mine is huge and detailed. And my teaching on that is, it's very expensive, very, very expensive to pursue a girlfriend than a wife. It's very, very expensive.
Why do you want it to be less expensive?
Yes, it's very, 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 very expensive. And the expensiveness of it is not just the wallet, but you're less focused on your job.
The time, the emotions.
Yes, and then you're made up. You're made an option, and you're not just the only one on that girl who is still adventurous, who doesn't even know what she wants, and she's only wondering why you're mlemedeko, because with you feel like you want her for a wife, and she feels I'm not ready to be a wife, and all of that. So I am a firm believer of find a wife, don't waste time with a girlfriend. If you want company, have friends. It's okay, have friends, as simple as that. But make sure you don't get into their skirts. Don't get intimate with them.
Then that is not friendship.
Exactly. So focus. And I tell this to men, there's nothing as beautiful as a focused man. Because the results will never lie. Results will never lie with the focus. A focused man is just a matter of time, and every woman you would have dreamt of wants a life with you. Because there's no woman who wants to align with a failure. There's no woman who wants to align with a loser. There's no woman who wants to waste time with one who is loser. So please, to the men out there, do yourself pursue the most important things first. Don't make your priorities Tifula Nenge. Pursue the most important things. And the least important things, put them where they belong. They will come.
With time.
And when they come, they will not be a burden. You will have a lot of fun. So I believe in finding a wife, not a girlfriend. And I can have as many friends as possible, but nothing. You're just friends. So that means we can hang out together, we can eat together. If
you can't just make
friends,
please,
but
don't make friends. Don't get into their skirts.
Don't get intimate. The word is don't try even to.
There are some men who can't keep female friends. Please, if you think you're keeping a sugar cane.
And one of the traits of a strong man is to understand.
Self-control.
Is to understand that I cannot write or script my life carelessly. Carelessly to mean I don't want to sleep with everyone. What am I trying to prove?
I know.
What am I trying to prove?
Nothing.
You understand? That is careless
There is
scripting.
nothing to prove.
So focused men, serious men script with a lot of
care. And self-dignity.
That's why I have some men, my friends, my boys that have mentored, that have raised, who will tell you the reason as to why I walked out of that relationship is because when I started it, she thought I wanted sex. So
and she presented it so quickly.
When she did, I just
like
knew.
How many men has she presented that?
And I walked away. And that is, by the way, one thing that women should understand.
I know. And many of them.
Sending nude pictures. But as men, we talk, and someone is like, someone is like, Tim, I thought I'd found a wife, but look at this. She's sending me nudes.
And some of them will say, by the time she's sending me, it's possible it was a broadcast to like 5 other, 10 other. Most of the times, he will never believe that he's the only one receiving them.
That's it. Thank you, Hilda.
Accelerated mentorship. I know that as the year begins, so many of us have goals, and some of these goals are to be able to nurture our skills, be good public speakers, be coaches, be people helpers. And I know that you have a calling. Some of you know your calling, some of you don't know. I've been speaking to you on phone, and some of you really, really want to start businesses. So come, let's talk. We have, for those of you that want one-on-ones, one-on-ones, we have a call to reinvention, okay, where you have individualized sessions to just assess all your skills and then be able to program and draw a roadmap how you can be able to move. If you don't want the individualized one, we have accelerated mentorship, which is a community where we mentor coaches and we mentor public speakers, building brands, digital marketing. And so you can join that and then you can be able to monetize your skills. All right, so come on, let's talk, let's align, let's come into the community, let's grow. The certification at the end of it, but you still have community for a full year. And if you come into the inbox, the number is right on your screen. We will be able to give you all the information that you need for you to enroll, and then we'll be able to grow together. Otherwise, from us to you today, we wish you happy marriages, happy relationships. We know it is possible, okay? And so you cannot just stand there and tell us, oh, it's impossible, or everything ends in premium tiers. No, there are things that don't end in premium tiers, especially if commitment is part of the journey. And we talked about it some time back. If Christ is at the center of your marriage and your relationship, that is the best bonding and that is the best glue a marriage can ever have. We love you and we pray for you.